Hello, welcome back to this continuation of the second part of this tutorial series. That is part 3, and in the previous video we ended right here. That's how to request for SAM categorized minor fixed assets. We also learned how to navigate through sectional and departmental pages, and in this video we will continue from where we ended. So I strongly advise that if you haven't watched the first and second part of this series, kindly do so. Right in front of you is a table with a list of vehicles right here. Okay, this particular authority treats its vehicles as a minor fixed asset, hence why it is included in its minor fixed assets list. After this series, or at the end of this series, I'll teach you how to build the entire template. Okay, and then after that you can build a similar or better minor fixed asset template to fit your own firm or department. Now let's take a critical look at the vehicles table. Let's assume no request has been made, so I'm going to uncheck the boxes here and delete the quantities. Okay, so now that I have succeeded in unchecking all the boxes and deleting all the quantities, all I have to do, let's take if my section wants to purchase or they want to request for a saloon car, all I have to do is to move to quantities, type in the quantities we want, and then just beside that particular vehicle there's a checkbox. I just check it, and then you realize that nothing is being recorded. Now this is what happens. This particular authority, okay, purchase vehicles in both dollar rates and then in Ghana cedi amounts. So there are two unit prices here. We have that of US dollar unit prices and that of Ghana cedi unit prices, and these unit prices can be updated by the procurement department. When we go to their page, they can easily change any other price here. They can easily change any price here. For instance, for the sake of demonstration, we'll come back to the procurement page, but for the sake of demonstration, let's take the unit price here. I want to just change the unit price for motorbike. Let's pay attention to this side. Let's take, I make it 30,000 US dollars. 1 2 3, that's a lot of money. Okay, so now let's see, or maybe motorbike, I want to make a motorbike 4. Maybe there's something called motorbike 4 for the sake of demonstration. Okay, now let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm visiting the internal audits department, and then under that financial section, audits. Now let's go to vehicles and see. You realize that, look at this side very well, motorbike is now 4, and then the US dollar amount is now 10. We'll come back to the procurement page. They can automatically make changes there and it will affect all the sheets. So these unit prices, okay, are going to be manipulated by the procurement team. Now I realize that we have two unit prices. We have that of US dollar and then we have that of Ghana cedi. I've said that already. So we can purchase a vehicle in either US dollar or in Ghana cedi. All we have to do is to check the box right beside the unit's price, and then it's going to record there. If that saloon car is going to be purchased in Ghana cedi, all we have to do is to check the checkbox beside the Ghana cedi amount, and it's going to automatically populate the total here. So this sums up, this box gives us the total of Ghana cedi. This box gives us the total of US dollar prices here that has been requested for. So let's take, I'm going for a 4x4 or a minibus. Maybe my section needs a minibus. We just want one because maybe the one that has been allocated to us is has been sent to the mechanic or something. So all I have to do is to input the quantity, and if that minibus is going to be bought in US dollar, all I have to do is to check the US dollar amount right beside that particular minor fixed asset, and it's going to populate it right down here. Okay, so having said that, how to request for vehicles on the vehicles table, let's move right above this vehicles table and look at something. Right here, we input the Ghana cedi rate per US dollar. Then automatically in this cell, okay, it's we get the converted US dollar, the summation of the unit prices here. Okay, the sum of the unit prices here is being converted right in this box. So how is that done? We multiply the cedi rate with that of the US dollar price, and then we get the conversion here. And this cedi rate can be manipulated. So let's take the cedi rate is 5.4. Let's take 5.4. Automatically you realize that it changes here. So this little bit of calculator allows us to convert whatever price that we get here in dollar into cedi. Now this box here gives us the summation of the Ghana cedi total, and then the box right below it, the yellow box right below it, sums up both unit prices, the summation of unit prices in Ghana cedis and that of the converted amount in US dollar. Okay, so this is as simple as ABCD. All we have to do is to check the box, put in our quantity, and automatically the total will be populated. And we have these color codes to help us easily identify the various minor fixed assets that have been requested for. Okay, we'll continue this part by visiting the department homepage, where all minor fixed assets of the respective sections under that department is collated. Now, to visit a department, all you have to do is to move to the department navigation bar, which is the second bar from the right. Click on it, a drop down button appears. Click on the drop down button, it displays various departments under that particular branch. Click on the department you belong to. For the sake of tutorial, I'm going to select internal audit. Click again on that particular department to visit the departmental page. On this home page, we can spot the title of the page right at the right top part, okay, as well as our various navigation buttons right here. Okay, just below the title bar is the sectional slices right here, and these sectional slices allow us to view or have details of each and every minor fixed asset and quantity of requested items with just a simple click. We'll come back to this. Now, the totals of these minor fixed assets per section is populated right here above the bubble chart we see below here. So these bars reflect or showcase the requested amounts or the total amounts of requested minor fixed assets, and the quantities of that particular minor fixed asset is shown in this bubble chart right here below the three navigation. So let's look at these bubble charts very well. This bubble chart goes along with the various minor fixed assets, and I have color coded these bubbles for easy identification. So we know that purple goes for office furniture, ash goes for domestic furniture, equipment goes with this yellow, with this light blue color, air condition goes with this red pinkish color, and then computers goes with this yellowish brown color, and that of vehicles goes with this green color. So if you have these color codes in mind, which I believe that as time goes on, when you work with this particular templates, it will just be something normal to you. You can easily identify the quantities of that particular minor fixed assets that particular section is requesting for. So if I move to the financial audit section, I could realize that they want 12 air conditions, one domestic furniture, one computer, yes. And if I want to be sure about, I can simply visit that particular page and then make any changes that I want there. Okay, if I belong to the technical committee team, I can say 12 air condition for aircon split unit 1.5 HP aircon is too much, and that I'll make it 1. And automatically when I visit the departmental page, all I have to do is to go to the data button here, the data homepage here, click on refresh, and then automatically we are going to get the true change of whatever has occurred here. So so now you realize it's 1. So basically that is the essence of this bubble chart, to easily or give us information on the quantities of minor fixed assets that has been requested for per of all the sections under that particular department. Right below the bubble chart is a stacked bar chart, okay, to give us a true picture of the minor fixed assets that has the highest amount. So you realize that this lemon green goes for vehicles, and I could easily tell with just a quick glance that vehicles cost more than all the other minor fixed assets. Okay, so with just a quick glance on the stacked bar chart, I could tell that the quantity or the amount allocated for vehicles or any other minor fixed assets is more than the other. Okay, so having said that, let's move right here. Just below the navigation bar, we have the minor fixed assets for all sections, and there's a table here, and I'll explain that. Okay, we have the MFAs of all sections tabulated here as follows: the MFAs quantities, requested totals, budget approved, and then the variance. Okay, the MFA is the list of all minor fixed assets with their respective color codes beside it. The quantity column is the summation of all quantities from all the sections under the department. And then the requested total column is the sum of all requested items, okay, in all the sections. Okay, and then we have the budget approved column here that allows us to enter the budget that has been approved for this particular department. Let's demonstrate. For instance, I want to reduce this budget per this amount. You realize that it automatically affects our variance here. And let's take, I would want to, or maybe even increase it to this figure. Okay, automatically you realize that our variance is huge now because a huge budget has been allocated to these 3 minor fixed assets. Okay, I could also go to the next sheet. Maybe the budget for air condition is too much. Maybe this is what we are allocating to that particular department among others. Maybe that of others is too much, and that the budget committee team has decided to reduce it. Automatically realize that whatever changes we do here affects the requested total as well as the variance here. That is because the gross submitted total here reflects the summation of all requested totals, and the budget total here reflects the summation of all budgets that have been entered in this column here. So I call it the gross budget and then the gross submitted total. And the difference of the difference between the budget and then the submitted total is what is giving us this variance here with this KPI symbol to indicate whether we are having a negative or positive variance. Okay, yes, so you realize that is what is shown here. Now I forgot to say something about the bubble charts. The quantity for others, tools and equipment is displayed right here. Let's go to section by section and you realize that the others for tools and equipment change right above that side. Okay, so I believe that with the help of these bubble charts, these bars displaying the various amounts, the submitted total, budget total, and the variance, and with these slices to easily navigate through each and every section, it makes things quite easier. Okay, now let's move downwards to this same box and look at these other computers here or others here. For this navigation list here, we have other tools and equipment and we have other computers. Okay, just a click on this will pull out any other tool and equipment that has been requested from all the sections. So if we want to be sure, you realize that we have spanner, sinker, electric, wires, condenser, among others right here. That is for tools and equipment. If you want to be sure, this first 9 cells, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, belongs to the office of the director. And take it again. And this table here has been arranged in the order at which this particular drop down menu has been arranged. So we have office of the director, and just after the black bar we go to financial audit. When we come down, when I come down, we come to financial. Just after the black bar, you come to financial audit. Just after the black bar, you move to that part, another section. Okay, and remember that, recall that for tools and equipment, I requested for a metallic cabinet under financial audit. Let's test and see if we can manipulate these others and whether it will reflect here. So let's take, I go to office of the director, the page for office of the director, which is right here, and then all I have to do is to visit equipment types right here. Now I realize that we have condenser, blah blah blah, and all those kind of things. Let's take, there's a specific condenser called condenser 200 or 2000, and then I want maybe 3 of those. And then maybe it's going to cost me like 500 Ghana cedis or 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, let's see if this change is being reflected in in that respective department. We have office of the director, it falls under internal audit. So let's go to internal audit and see. You realize that automatically changed here. Condenser 2000, 3 quantities, the unit price is 5,000, and then the total amount is 15,000. Very, very easy. Whatever change that is made in terms of others in all the sections, it is automatically going to reflect here. Recall that in the internal audits section, I requested for a touchpad. In fact, this particular minor fixed asset, someone prompted me and said touchpad is not an ICT2. Thank you very much. But on the other side of it, we have ergonomic touchpads or external touchpads that can be connected to your computer, and they are bought. So this is just for the sake of demonstration, so just pardon me. And yes, so you realize that this has been arranged in the order at which the sections here pop up, and any other minor fixed assets that is requested for any other minor fixed asset that is not in the specified category added by a section will automatically pop up here when we pull the data from this data validation list. Having said that, this particular internal departments page makes things easy and faster, and with just a quick glance we can access any information with what we want. With just a click we can access any information with what, without having to copy and paste and send files to sections and departments to and fro. Okay, so right here are the navigation buttons. So I've looked at that already. In the next, this is the end of this third part of this series. The fourth part is the final part of this particular tutorial series. We are going to delve into the procurement section, look at what actually goes into this particular sheet. We are going to go to MIS, or that's various technical committee members, how they can also make analysis or comparisons between departments and then sections, and if they want to make changes, how they can go about it, and how the technical committee, the technical service people can also deal with their vehicles, and how the real estate can also deal with their furniture and then equipments or air conditions. So basically, that is the end of this third part of this tutorial series. Thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you another time.